Test, test.
Can you hear yourself in there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Can I hear myself? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Good morning, everyone at Memories Lounge. Else who will be watching this, we certainly hope that we can bring you this entire just super fun pool game today. Hi, Helene. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm nervous for them and excited. The energy in this room is out of this world.
It really is fantastic. We are still setting up for the game right now. If you can kind of see, you can see Ron Rispoli sitting at the lead seat over at the team table. We're going to start in a couple minutes here. I'm sorry that we didn't start directly at 8 o'clock or 11 o'clock Eastern time. But, it's a really, really big tournament.
I'm blown away. I mean, and like I said, the energy in this room, everyone's excited to play. Our team is ready. We've attended a couple of their practice sessions, and they're ready to go. They're ready to make this happen.
They really are. They really are. One of the things I liked yesterday was watching them in the practice room and going from the morning when they were learning about how those tables were different from the Memories Lounge table to the afternoon when their confidence and their shots just became just perfect yesterday. It was so cool to watch. It was like this. Within 2 hours, the team transitioned into the champion team that we know that they can be.
Absolutely. I think they got all their jitters out, and I think they're ready to go. I think the team dinner last night was a great bonding experience. Everybody came together, and we're excited for them.
Yeah, this is great. So we are going to wait until they start, guys. So we hopefully we can bring this all to you as soon as possible. The other team is here. Looks like Phil Pontrelli is going to be up first. They're going to shoot to see who gets their ball back to the closest to the rail to see who shoots first here. If you guys are experiencing any audio problems or any video problems, let us know in the comments. We can see the comments here.
Yeah, let's hear some comments from Memories Lounge back in Sarasota, Florida.
Well, hopefully Sharon is making drinks like crazy right now.
Yes.
Right? Big shout out to Sharon. We hope you're doing well. We miss you. Okay, it looks like the other team, which is their name is Tiamat's Children. I believe they're from Alabama. Looks like they will be breaking first. And we've got Phil Pontrelli, who is setting up the balls right now.
He's one of the goats on the team, so...
Yeah, he is.
For sure.
Hopefully the choppiness will smooth out. Thank you, Jimmy, for letting us know that. And there's the break.
There's the break.
A lot of times these players bring their own breaking cues so they can break with one cue and then shoot with another one.
I was curious about that, Fritz, because, I'm a newbie to this sport, but I was always curious why they switch out their sticks after the break. Is the break stick a little harder or something?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, it's much harder. Usually made out of onyx and marble.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
They're not made out of marble.
No, we're gonna be positive about that. But that opens things up for Phil. If we could get this guy to move a little to the right. Okay, sit down. a shout out to Key and Rick, who were unable to make it here.
Yep.
Key, I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah. Key, pull through. We miss you. Rick, we know that you want to be here, and we hope that everything's going good with you too. We know that both of you guys are here in spirit, and we love that.
Line the shot up, unfortunately. Okay, Phil, shake it off. I don't know. What do you think about that shot? It looks a little.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
From this angle, I'm not sure.
From where we're sitting in the commentator booth, it's going to be a little bit hard for us to see the angles. The camera actually has a better view than we do.
Huh, that's true. That's true.
All right. That's better. Yeah, we just took care of a little audio issue here in Las Vegas.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Tough start to this game.
Yeah. Go Mems, that's right. Thank you, Chandler. Good to see you in the comments. And Jimmy, we just tried to fix that issue that you were talking about. Maybe that has helped.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Jim?
We're on a little bit of a delay on the comments between when we talk and otherwise. So if we are saying hi to you guys, if we're asking for feedback, let us know and give us a minute or so before we see it. Okay, thank you, Jimmy. We appreciate that.
Got a little update on the score right now.
Okay, so looks like Phil has to hit, is that 96?
46.
46. And the other player has to sink 55 balls. Right now, Phil has sunk one, and the other player has done 6. They're different levels, and that's why they have to do that. In APA 9-ball, one of the things that is different from how it's played in the bar or homes is it's a race. Whoops. It is a race for. We'll be back on that video in a second here. Hold on, guys.
So what Fritz was saying, it's a race to the points. So whereas in other pool games, you play one match and then it's over. This you continue to play until one of the players gets the number of points that they need, and it's 1 point per ball. I think it's 2 points for the 9-ball. Is that right, Fritz?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, 2 points for the 9-ball. Right now, as mentioned, this current score is 6-2. But Phil does need to racking them up.
Okay, thanks for sticking with us through a little bit of a technical difficulty. We might have some more of those throughout the day here. We are using a live stream rig that is completely mobile. We're not connected to directly to the internet via cable or anything like that. It's all going over through Wi-Fi from a hotspot around for the last couple days, and no one is using anything like this. There are a ton of people who are live streaming, and we think that that's fantastic. The more of that's happening, the better. But Memories is way out front, guys. We're pretty happy about that. We're very proud of all the work that the team has done to get us here to Vegas, and what Memories Lounge has done to get the team here to Vegas. There's been a lot of effort all over the place, and really this is indicative of not just individuals being great by themselves, but a bunch of people working together to achieve a goal.
Fritz, I wanted to do a special shout out to you because I know you said we Memories, but the reality is Fritz put all this together, and special props for Fritz to do all this work, practically earning an engineering degree in the process. I wanted to thank everyone that bought a raffle ticket, anyone that bought a silent auction item, anyone who helped to fundraise to get this team here and defray their expenses. This is we are a family, and we're all in this together. So go Mems.
Hey, Joe. Well, thank you, Helene. That was very kind of you, and those are some very good words that we have had. We are a family here, and we're a family back there, and we're all in this together. Whether you're sitting in Memories or sitting at home or sitting, maybe even at work, and your boss doesn't know you're watching the pool game right now. But we're all connected through an incredible bar in Sarasota, and so Helene, big thanks for you for making that happen, and thanks to Ken.
Thanks.
We miss you, Ken. I don't know if you're watching, but we wish you were here. But if you can't be here, we hope that you're back at the bar having a drink with Sharon and everybody else right now.
Yes. Love you, brother. It was a long line.
It was a very long line.
Yes. All right, back in the action. So Fritz, do the teams get a timeout or a couple timeouts during a match, or how does that work?
You can get a timeout during the match. You can call a timeout, and that will last for about, I think you get 60 seconds or something like that, where another teammate can come and help.
Okay, that looks like an opportunity for Phil.
Nice.
Oh, maybe not. Did I miss something?
He might have sank one on the break.
No.
How many balls are left on the table? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2.
He did get 2 on the break.
All right.
My bad.
Again, from where we're sitting, it's a little bit difficult to see the table. Well, thank you, Sasha. Sasha says thank you as well.
Aw. Okay, looks like Phil has an opportunity here. Go, Phil.
We see this a little bit when we're playing 9-ball, when we have people of different levels playing against each other. One will seem to be doing very well, and they might be as a higher ranked player, but they do have to hit more balls in. So sometimes I've seen games where it looks like the person who's got the lower ranking is not doing anything, and then they win because they only had to put in fewer balls.
That's a good point. And there's a 9-point spread between the players right now.
All right.
Ironically, 9.
Ironically, 9. Yes, that's true. And that doesn't quite go in.
Nope.
Philip Pontrelli. He goes by Philip.
That's really fascinating. I had no idea.
Something about the government or something, I don't know what it was, with his parents. They needed to flee Italy. And funny enough, they were pool table makers.
That explains his skill.
Yes, absolutely. He was born to play pool. Okay, that one was sank.
The current score is 13-2.
Okay. As we go through the games today, the matches today, during the tournament, we are going to try to have a couple of the memory banks come on over and sit here with us and kind of give you guys some color commentary. They can tell you what's going on in Vegas. They can give you a little sense of what's going on in the room here, but they'll be able to give you guys like some really great insider information about what's going on in the minds of the people on the table right now. You know, Helene and I have been watching 9-ball for years, but we don't play 9-ball. So, you know, we think we might know, but we don't actually know. We're not there. We're over here. So hopefully we'll have other people from the member banks come and join us today while the game's going on and help everybody at home.
Timeout conferring going on
Yeah,
there.
that is a timeout, yeah.
From this angle, it looks like a difficult shot. So looks like he's trying to bank it.
Oh.
Oh, very close, very close. It was a good effort.
Yep.
Sure.
Try to play defense?
Yes. Try to hide it.
It's all you. Philip. Sorry. Oh.
Oh. Just hanging there on the edge.
Darn it. I think it's got to be quite challenging to play against someone that is at a higher level than you.
I would imagine it would be.
A little intimidating.
Yeah. At the same time, well, then the Team-Match Children takes the first game in this match.
It's 18-2 right now.
18-2. So
And they're playing to 55 and 46.
okay, all right. Oh, there we lost the video again. We're gonna fix that for you guys. 1 second.
Time for a commercial break. While Fritz is fixing that, I want to give a shout out over here to Catherine, who is informally keeping score for us.
With Jason's help.
Come closer. Say hi.
With Jason's help, teaching me how to do it as we go.
Jason's helping her. A little coach in there. Moving on to the next break. All right. Opened up the table for Philip. That's a good one. Yes, Philip. He's getting in his groove there.
Nice. Okay, so it's a new rack. Philip Pontrelli took that last one, sank the 9. The Team-Match Children will be racking that up for us. And Philip will be breaking.
Yeah, so if it's a combination and it hits the 9 in, that particular rack is over, and you get the...
Yep. Yep.
So Philip now has 5 points. 5 points. 18.
Nice. Moving on up. That's what
In this case, to the Westgate.
Yeah, right. And speaking of, Helene, we're here today at the beautiful Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, who is the gracious host of the 2022 APA 9-Ball World Championship. And they have been actually wonderful hosts. They have been super accommodating, and they've been incredible to all the teams, including us, the commentators, and taking our phone calls, helping us out with whatever we need. It's been fantastic. I can say they've got a world-class staff here.
For sure. I think this tournament's very well organized, and I think the only sense of anxiety was, which table do we play at?
That's true. That's very true. They did not tell us today what table we would be playing at until 10 minutes before the start time. So all of a sudden there was this mad dash by, probably what amounts to a couple thousand people in here, right?
Easily.
Yeah. Um, and we didn't know where to set up anything, so it's been kind of it was a frenzied start to this for everyone here. But where we are now is fantastic. Outside of a few little technical difficulties, we've been having a good morning so far. Oh, came very, very close to scratching, but that cue ball stayed on the table.
Yes. It's an extra point for him as well.
This is going to be a safety shot.
We got Joe Rico telling us it's going to be a shot right now.
Thanks, Joe. We appreciate your expertise. Whoa.
You made it anyway.
Yep,
That was a little ricochet shot.
right? Also, want to give a big shout out to the APA. They're the ones who are doing the back-breaking work to pull all of this off to make this this whole room and all the rooms here that we've been trying to show you on live streams to look as fantastic as they do. I don't know how they get hundreds of pool tables all set up within just a couple days between the last people who were in this room and the APA. I have been walking around and seeing that all the APA officials are just busy. They are making sure that everything is going perfectly at this championship. They have done an amazing job so far, and it looks like they're just going to keep doing an amazing job continuing.
Yes, it's amazing. I read on the website they have judges, they have referees, and they have observers, which are equivalent to like secret shoppers that are floating around making sure that everybody's following the rules.
That's true. That's very true. And we wouldn't be here, I have to say, if it weren't for the Manatee County, Sarasota County APA with Steve and Nina Myers, who have been absolute inspirations to Memories Lounge over the last year as we've been on this fun road to Vegas.
Yes, special shout out to them.
Mhm.
Watching Philip here, and he seems to be getting into his groove.
Nice.
Yes.
Yep. Racking up those points. Didn't quite make the 9 ball, but he left it against the rail, which makes it a more difficult shot for the other player. Call that a good leave. Of course, if he makes it, meh. And he doesn't. And it looks like, okay, all right. Doesn't quite line up perfectly, but Philip is a great player, so let's see what happens here.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice
nice,
shot.
nice,
Nice
nice,
shot.
nice, nice.
All right. So the scores right now are 21-12, and again, 55 and 46 are the goals. Right, but we're updating people as we go. Updating people as we go.
Yeah, so you
How do I use? Still doing the break? All right. Just watching some play here. And as you can see, the tables are pretty close together. I'm not sure you can see it, but if a player is taking a shot on the table next door, you got to kind of wait your turn to take your shot. They've really packed the tables into this room. But our team's used to playing in close quarters, so not a problem for us. Nice one, Philip. Yes. Nice shot. Nice shot. Philip's very focused.
No, type in Memories Lounge, Sarasota, and go to the Memories Lounge Facebook page.
So it'd be great to hear from you all watchers. If you want to drop us a comment or you have a question, let us know. Fritz is hanging our little disco ball. I'll take a picture of it later and post it on my Facebook page. Burn, baby, burn. And there's always another rack, so Philip will have his chance.
Welcome back to me.
Welcome back, Fritz. We missed you terribly.
We had some construction work to do there. Again, we are using a fully mobile live stream rig that keeps on having fun with the camera. Not really sure why.
We're not sure what's going on there. We're going to try to figure this out as we go. Just an update on the scores. Our opponent 28 and Philip 14. And our opponent needs to get to 55 and Philip needs to get to 46. So lots of games still to play here.
Joe's mom is watching and rooting for the team from Levittown, Pennsylvania. Hello, Joe's mom.
Hi, Joe's mom. I don't know if you remember me, but my mom and your mom worked, you and my mom worked together. We've got history at ETS.
That's very cool. Nice control on that shot.
Yes. Philip, when I think of Philip, I think of focus. He's definitely very focused.
Yes, he is. He is also known as the party person on the team. The person who's just always out there talking to people. I'm kidding on this one. I can't even say that with a straight face. The Phil is actually very quiet.
My mouth was open. I was like, what?
Because he is so focused all the time. He
Yes.
is. He really is. Every time we see him.
He's very serious.
Yeah, he's very serious, and that's why he's one of the best players here.
Yes.
Yeah,
He had a big healthy salad last night. Maybe that has helped him with his focus.
that's true.
Yeah.
That salad came out, and no one had any idea how big that was going to be. That was ridiculous. It was great. All right.
Very nice shot. Very nice shot. Got a little clap from the audience on that one.
Does that go in? Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Philip's on a roll.
What kind of roll do you think he's on? Is that a Kaiser roll?
Ah,
Brioche?
he's on a rock and roll.
The rock and roll. That's right. Well, we are the memory banks from a pretty cool rock and roll dive bar in Sarasota, Florida. Rock and roll because of our jukebox. Not that we have live music. We're not breaking the law. Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Let's go, Philip. Yes.
There we go.
He's cleaning the table. And he's closing the gap.
Is he?
I'll give you a score update in a little bit.
Okay, that sounds good. We're waiting for it. Nice.
Very
Nice,
nice.
nice,
Very
nice, nice.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
The Memories fans are going wild.
That's true.
Yes.
More wild than they normally are.
Oh, quick update here.
Yeah?
You ready for this?
Yeah, what's the score?
Our opponent is at 28.
Mm-hmm.
Philip is at 24.
Whoa.
And
He
Philip-
has closed the gap.
He has closed the gap because there is a 9-ball difference. Not to be confused with 9-ball.
Right.
9-point difference
9-point difference.
between winning for these two players. So, in fact,
So,
you could say that Philip might be in the lead.
yes, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Gal, yes, I believe we did. I was on the Rosedale campus. I think, were you in Ewing? I think, but I'm sure I passed crossed at ETS.
nice job, Philip.
All right, all right, all right. 30 points. Philip only needs 16 more points to win this match.
Wow.
16.
Wow.
He is in his groove. Anything can happen in 9-ball. Anything.
Anything. It's a crazy game. It's absolutely crazy.
We agree, Chandler and Gail. That was a nice shot.
Okay. Hello, everybody out there in Memories Land.
Hey, Joe, good to have you join us as our guest expert commentator.
Okay, well, the score is
Well, the score is Philip has 30 points out of 46, and our opponent has 28 out of 55.
okay. So it's 46 to
55.
to 38, right?
No, not 55. He needs
No,
to
Philip has 30, and
Right.
he needs to get to 46.
Philip has 30. He needs to get to 46.
Yeah.
And right now, this guy is
He's-
gonna do looks like a safety shot on the one. He's not gonna be able to cut that in.
I'll hold it for you.
Yeah, that's-
What's a safety shot?
Safety shot is when a guy can't make a shot and he'll play defense and just tap the one ball, as in this case right here. And he'll try to hide it.
So his point is to make sure that
He
Philip.
was actually trying. This guy's getting lucky, let me tell you.
Oh,
Anyway.
Well, it looks like Philip just got lucky with that one right there.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Come on, Philip. 16
So now
more
he's gonna
points.
Hit the one ball and try to bring it back for the two ball, which is down here, and it looks like he's got a good shot on that too. 'Cause he's going to shoot right now. Then he's going to come back right for that three near the cue ball. All right, very good.
We're doing the
That
count-
is
we're-
precise playing right there.
and we're doing the
Very cool.
We're doing the point countdown, and Philip needs 14 for the win. Make that 13.
Nice. Thanks, Joe.
Oh, now he's going to try to hit the four and real light and set himself up for that orange ball. Okay. Well, he didn't hit it light. Either or. Everybody has their own game. But he's setting himself up nice for that five. And he's going to stop it and try to hit the six into the nine on his next shot.
Okay.
That would be pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet.
He's got to hit it real light. He's got to hit it real light. Oh, uh-oh. Oopsie daisy.
Oopsie daisy.
Anything can happen in 9-ball, as we said.
Joe, is there anybody you want to say hi to out there in internet land?
Yeah, my son's watching and my mother. Hello, you guys, you two. My son just landed in Fort Lauderdale on his way to Puerto Rico. So he's got a little bit of a layover watching us. And hello, Mom.
Very cool.
And Kitty and Sheila. How are y'all doing out there?
Your mom says hi back.
We's kind of nervous over here.
Well, we have all the faith in the world in the memory banks. You guys have been playing so well throughout the season, and you guys are undefeated in the postseason. You guys are fantastic, and you've earned a lot of faith from all the fans.
Just another quick point update. We are at 35 for Philip, so he needs a 9. And our opponent is at 29, and he needs to get to 55. So we're getting there.
All right, that was a scratch because he didn't connect with the ball that he needed to connect with, so it gives a ball in hand to the competitor here.
He could basically put that cue ball wherever he wants, right?
Yes, that is true. Okay, there's that one.
missed that one.
So a new rack coming up. Philip Pontrelli will be racking the balls, and we will be right back with you.
And we're at 35 for Philip, 33 for our opponent. Again, Philip only needs to get to 46. So Fritz, where is the other team from? Did you happen to catch that?
I believe they're from Birmingham, Alabama.
All right.
So they're kind of neighbors.
We're kind of neighbors.
Yeah.
And everything is very friendly here.
Everything's super friendly here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you or anybody else watching right now has... Oops. Well, nobody's watching right now because we lost the camera again. We're going to be switching out the camera in a little bit, but right now we're just going to fix it. 1 second.
Chandler, I hope you got my score update. Philip only needs 9 more points to win this match. Our opponent is at 33. So they need 22, if my math is correct, to win the match. Again, this is unofficial from our unofficial scorekeeper here in the Peanut Gallery, Catherine. That was a nice little interview with Joe. We'll try to get some of our other team players as things progress, but of course they want to stay focused on what's going on right in front of us.
They do, but it was great to have Joe here giving some color commentary on what's going on the table, giving some insight into 9-ball for everybody, including us.
Yes, I find it fascinating, especially the strategy of defensive play.
It's a big part of 9-ball. It's something that each one of the players has to practice how to shoot defensively. It's something not necessarily about making points, which is the number one most important thing to do. But when you know that you can't make that, you have to be very good at shooting defensively and making sure that the other player cannot have a good shot when they come up to the table. And here we go.
Leave the cue ball went in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great opportunity for Philip to set up a good shot for himself.
Exactly. Is that an ultra?
I believe so. I guess if you want to have a beer, yeah, have a beer.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Beer goes really well with pool, especially when you're sitting at Memories Lounge in Sarasota. That is a place to have a beer and watch some live pool from Las Vegas as Memories team is playing here in the 2022 9-ball World Championship from the American Pool Players Association.
Hey, I'm not judging, but it is 9 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah, I imagine some of these players have probably been up all night with nerves because this is a big thing. If you're new to playing in the tournament, if this is your first time, it's understandable that you would be nervous. Everyone's live streaming this. There's a lot of money on the line at the end if you get to the final table, and there are thousands of people here. So this could be, I expect there to be some kind of nerves from some of the players. And that's just natural. So if a beer takes that off, he's not driving. I say let him do it.
Another quick point update, unofficially, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We're at Philip at 38 points. 38. So
38.
That's 8 more points needed. Our opponent is at 36.
Wow. Way to go, Philip. It's fantastic. He's doing a great job, everyone. We're just tickled. We're tickled to be here. Tickled to be here in Las Vegas, watching our 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 boys from Memories Lounge in Florida, all the way across the country. And it's like we're looking at the back of the bar where the pool table is, and we're at the front of the bar, from the perspective that Helene and I have right now. It's just cool because it's all our friends sitting here, playing nine ball like they normally do. It's like we're home.
I think they should come up with some cool drinking game at the bar. Like Philip gets a shot, you get a shot.
Oh, are we giving away shots at Memories now? Is that what's?
Oh no, let me correct that.
Sorry, everyone.
Philip gets a shot, you buy a shot.
And we're in another timeout right now. The player has called in another player on his team to help him figure out a shot, and we're going to put Helene in a timeout for not giving you guys free shots.
Wah, wah, wah. Sorry, guys. When we get back and we're champions, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. But you still got to tip Sharon whether you get a free shot or not. Because she works hard for her money.
Secondary career for Fritz.
Yes.
Backup singer.
I know.
And maybe backup dancer?
A little bit. I can do some good chair dancing. I'm not there yet. The line for coffee this morning was abominable. Oh, there we go. So I haven't had any coffee yet. I haven't even had any water yet.
For those of you that know me and know me well, of course I have a Starbucks sitting in front of me.
How much did Starbucks pay for that shout out? Did they pay anything for us?
No, I think I need to go collect though.
Yeah, I think
Shout
so.
out to my Starbucks downtown Sarasota though. They know my drink before I even get there. Kind of like Memories.
Kind of like Memories. You walk in and it shows up. Oh, and the opponent did not get that in, leaving Philip what looks like
Opportunity.
an opportunity, a very healthy shot here. Let's see what happens. And Philip makes it.
Light touch.
Mhm.
Gotta love it. You don't have to always hit the really tough, hard shots. You can do that little light touch and,
Yeah, very true.
or you can scratch on the table like I usually do.
But you're absolutely right, Helene. In nine ball, the understanding power, the power in your shot is one of the most important things that these guys can know. You hit it too hard. Oh, and Philip just sank the nine ball. Very good, very good. All right. I am going to take a little break, see if I can.
Giving you a good point update here.
Okay, while Helene's doing that, I'm going to change out cameras, but we'll keep going with this live stream. Don't worry.
And the point total right now is Philip 42. He needs 4 points, 4 to win this match. And our opponent is at 36. He needs to get to 55. So Philip is in really good position. The fans are on their feet over here, the MEMS fans. Hopefully you guys are cheering us on as well. It's getting very exciting. Oh, Nina's asking for free shots for every team win. Oh, Nina, you're so cute. Oh, it looks like Key has joined us. Hey, Key. Hope you're feeling better. We missed you. As you can see, Philip's doing an awesome job for the team. Keep on watching, and we'll check in with you. So I was just having a little sidebar here with Jason, and he was explaining to me that yes, the points to win are important, but if you win by more points than your opponent, that actually helps the team overall. There's some complicated process for how those points then get translated as the match continues. But he promised to explain that to me. Maybe after my second Starbucks. Okay, our opponent's taking a shot. This guy is really good.
He is. He's excellent. We are back with the camera. I hope everybody can see the live stream well. We just decided to switch out the cameras because I think that the one that we were using before just wasn't up to it. So we will see if this one does any better.
Well, that opens an opportunity for Philip. As we mentioned, Philip unofficially needs 4 points to win this match.
All right, that didn't go in.
I could pull out my banks related jokes if you want to do that, but
So you're gonna
we need Philip to make a deposit. Doesn't have to be a large deposit. A small deposit would do.
That's right.
Maybe not quite a wire transfer, but
No?
I think it needs to be an actual deposit.
Right.
Take it to the bank.
We want to see him put that in the bank. That's right. That's why we are the memory banks. And does it go in?
Oh, it does not.
Does not.
All right, Philip.
Philip is back up.
It looks a little crowded on that table. Everything's kind of bunched together.
Yep. I know that Philip is standing in the shot right now, but we'll see. We'll be able to see that when he shoots.
Interesting that Philip has not taken a timeout. I think he's quite confident in his play and doesn't need to confer at this time.
That's true.
Pleasure doing business with you. Please come again soon.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
So does he need 2 at this point? Is that right?
I believe so. I believe we're down to 2. And again, that's unofficial.
Right.
We'll find out if he makes 2 more. 1 more? Catherine thinks it's 1 more. Okay, it's a
right.
nail biter.
Here we go. Well,
Yes.
and that's it.
That's
That
it.
is
So
it.
that's
He
the
got
match.
that all the way-
Unbelievable.
all the way from
Congratulations,
way
Philip.
downtown.
Yes.
Way to go, Philip. That's great. Everybody's cheering here.
Oh my
That is good.
goodness.
The memory banks are off to a
The
great
men's-
start at
men's
the
team is on their feet.
Yep, they are. This
Unbelievable.
is wonderful.
And good job to the
The,
other player too, because we're good
Yes,
sportsmen
absolutely.
here. Nice job. What's the team name?
The team that's children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice job to
kinda
them
see
as well. That guy is definitely.
Chris and Jason and Philip over here.
Yes.
There's Joe in the corner there.
Yes. Philip's got a big smile on his
Yeah,
face.
he does. Right.
Our typically stoic Philip.
Yes, that's right.
It's good for him to feel good. He
Yeah.
did his part for the team for sure.
Yeah. Way to go, Philip Pontrelli, who is not actually from Italy, by the way. That was all made up. earlier.
You did make that up?
I made that up, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm so gullible.
Memory Banks are off to a great start at the 9-Ball World Championship for 2022. This is a great start to the tournament for the team here.
Where's the comments?
Oh. There we go. Teresa's watching. Best shot ever, Phil, from Kat. That's true. Wow, James, that's right.
Good job from Nina and
Hey, Nina.
Kathy.
Let's go Banks.
Teresa,
right?
so exciting. Yes, it is exciting.
It
It's
is.
unbelievable to be here.
And then they get through the World Qualifiers. They get to Las Vegas, and they win the first match. So now there are 4 other people who are going to be playing here. So we haven't won the entire thing yet, but we are off to a great start. Memories Lounge is off to a great start. Memory Bank's off to a great start. There's such good
Hey,
energy
Fritz,
here.
I'm interrupting a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
sure.
Catherine just said that they're talking to the scorekeeper. I don't know if they're just validating and an official referee. I don't know if they're just validating the score. This is a World Championship tournament. Maybe they have to officially log in their scores, but seems to be a little action going on at the table right now.
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense. They're going to make sure that everything's tallied correctly. They've got a judge over here, making sure that both teams agree that what just happened. There are no problems with it, and we look like everything's good. Looks like their next player is ready. Hopefully we'll be back in action real soon, folks. This is a fantastic time if you were at Memories Lounge to quickly maybe find the bathroom, order another drink from Sharon, and then you'll be back in your seat by the time that the next match starts.
I believe Scott is up next for us. Scott
Lamoureux.
Yes. We're excited about that.
You know, we're not supposed to tell him how handsome he is.
No, and Sasha's watching, so just be careful there. What a handsome couple they are, for sure.
Yes, that's very true.
Yes. So exciting. And their little dog too.
They brought Henry with them here to Las Vegas.
We're just doing another mic check to make sure everybody can hear. We got a text message from Key that.
Mic check. Are we good? All good?
Okay.
I'm bringing Jason over here for a second to update us on how the scoring works. Real quick, Jason, could you
Well,
join us?
kids,
for a
it's actually quite interesting how they do 9-ball. The number of balls that you make is dependent on your handicap, but that handicap score at the end of the match gets translated into a numerical score for available points versus obtained points. At the end of this match, for instance, the score is 14-6.
Thank you, Jason.
So right now we're up 14-6.
14-6
And at the end
in a
of
race to 50.
it sounds like the bigger the gap between the end of the game in terms of points, that contributes somehow in a magical translation,
Yes.
mathematically,
Right.
into the team points.
Yes.
Which the magic number there is 50.
Yes.
And which really usually translates into 5 players have to play to get to that
Mm-hmm.
50.
Yes. It is magic, though. That's the cool thing. The APA has developed a whole thing that makes these numbers happen for everybody. We will tell you more about the equalizer at the APA, what they do behind the scenes later. But Scott is up, and that game has started. So we want to make sure that everybody's tuning into that.
And just a little update on that. So both players are on par with one another.
Oh,
And the target is 38 points for
38 points.
for each of them.
okay.
Okay? So they're at equal playing ability.
Okay, Helene, I am going to go find a coffee, maybe some Baileys. Do you want me to get you anything?
I'd say another Starbucks, but I know you won't go there. I would say Starbucks, but I don't think you'll go there.
Well, they didn't pay me for the sponsorship, so. You'd like a nice tea. Okay, all right.
Okay, just a quick update as Fritz goes and fetches some caffeinated beverages. Scott's currently stands at 2 points. And his opponent is up, and she's going to try her luck. Jason, thank you for correcting me. 5 players don't need to play to get to 50. I guess if you get to 50 faster. Jason over here had said there's the potential for, I believe, 20 points. 20 per match. So, yes, technically you could get there faster. Thanks for that correction. Scott sinks another one. That set up a nice shot for her. And she sinks that one. Okay, and Scott's back up. Three to one, with Scott in the lead. And that was a nice try. Nice try by the opponent. Scott's back up. That's a nice shot by Scott. Oh, I call that like the in and out, around the rim. Frustrating. And the same thing happened to her. So Scott's got a chance here. Shot seems to be lined up nicely. Nice light touch. Good job, Scott. The unofficial score right now, unofficial, via Catherine, is 5-1. 5-1, and the goal for both players is to get to 38. A little frustration on both sides, I think. That well, they're working out their nerves. They're working it out. It's a big venue. Remarkably quite quiet for the big scheme of things. Occasionally, you'll hear a little cheer in one team or another. But people know they need to focus, and that's what they're doing. Nice shot. Nice shot by Scott. Another one by Scott. It looks like he's going to try to clean this one out. Current score is 7-1. 7-1. Just a reminder, you get 2 points for that 9 ball. It's a nice opening for Scott here. Good job, Scott. Good job. Current score, unofficially, of course, is 9-1. 9-1. Racking them back up. Fritz will probably be back in about an hour after he works his way through the long coffee line. So stay with me for more play. I agree, Chandler. Very impressive play. Sasha, we will definitely send your love to Scott. I'm sure he feels it. I feel for this opponent. She seems to be maybe a little nervous. Well, we missed that first ball in. If any of our fans out there saw who got that first ball in, we would really appreciate knowing, because there's 6 of us here and none of us saw who got the first ball in. Thanks. Joe says hi back, Chandler. Nice shot by Scott. Ah. Another opportunity for Scott. Ugh. Cliffhanger, literally. Unofficially, the score is 10 to 5. 10 to 5. We're trying to verify that it gets an official score sheet. We just have to get one of the Memories players' attention. It's sitting next to Philip, who's keeping score right now. Play continues here at the APA World Championships. Scott is doing a great job. We believe the score is 11-5, but we think we may have missed a ball, and we're trying to verify who got that one in. We believe it's 12-6. Well, some reason that doesn't sound right. 12-7. We're verifying that. Hang in there with us. Another point for Scott. We think it's 13, could be 14. We're trying to verify. Oh, we got the official from Ron. It's 13-9. 13-9. All right, our opponent is up, and we'll see what happens here. Oh, Fritz is back.
Almost back.
He's almost back. Almost back. Got me a gigantic iced tea. So by the afternoon, we're going to be zinging around here. Here we go, Scott. Oh, such an expert. Such an expert. That was awesome. Oh, that was a tough one. She gets to take that cue ball and put it wherever she wants. Slight advantage if she can line up a nice shot for herself. again, the score is 12?
15 to 11.
15 to 11. Scott's still in the lead. Oh. All right, there's an opportunity for Scott to get 2 additional points. And he does. Very nice. Claps from the Memories team. Claps from the Memories team. After 3 rounds, we're looking at Scott at 17 and his opponent at 13. Again, both players need to get to 38. Fritz is back. Fritz is back. Looks like he got some Gatorade because he's going to need to stay hydrated during these exciting matches. Scott on the break.
All right, let's go, Scott.
Swapping out the sticks.
Yep.
And got one in there, and play will continue. I have to say, Fritz, those Memories Lounge pool team shirts look pretty darn good out here under the spotlights.
They do. Thanks to Circle Plumbing for making that happen. Thanks to Memories Lounge for making that happen. Very cool, very cool. If anybody has any plumbing problems when you're down in Venice, call Circle Plumbing. They're your guys. And gals, I guess. I don't know.
I think they need a jingle or something. Circle Plumbing.
Right? If you guys want to send in a Circle Plumbing jingle, send it in somehow to Facebook or to us directly, and we will choose the best one and let you guys know later what happened. If you're Circle Plumbing and you already have one, please excuse us.
Yeah, the support from the team, they're all standing on their feet. They're intensely watching this match. Chris just posted, atmosphere in here is awesome, and I have to agree. She goes, that was good for her.
What is the unofficial score here?
Unofficial score stands at Scott at 18 and his opponent at 14. So it's a pretty close match.
Okay. And they're in a race to the same number.
38.
38.
You could say they're about halfway there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you could.
Not. Depends.
I'm not doing math right now, Helene. What gives?
I know, I work for a math company, so it might be listening.
If if it's not half, then
Math is good and math is fun, and actually, there's quite a bit of geometry in the sport pool.
there is quite a bit, and physics too.
Keep those balls rolling.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those balls rolling. Right? We're all high.
If you say so, Fritz.
Of course. The Blues Brothers. I mean, it was Rawhide, but Blues Brothers.
Did you say Booze Brothers?
Is it the Blues Brothers? I don't know if you've seen the movie. It's pretty classic.
I thought you said the Booze.
The Booze Brothers. That's for when we get back to Sarasota and can go into memories.
For our fans out in the Memories Lounge, shout out to you guys again. Keep on watching. This is pretty exciting here.
Yeah, it really is exciting. This is great. Memories Lounge has had pool teams for years and years and years, and all of a sudden pops up this little 9-ball team 2 years ago, and here they are in Vegas.
Nice shot by Scott. I wish we could do some instant replays.
And there he goes, right?
Wouldn't that be cool? Let's see that in slow-mo.
Right, yeah, well, on the next iteration of the live stream rig,
Little reverse spin action. And,
we'll have a whole production team working on this. We're doing great right now.
Like they do in hockey, you have that blue streak that follows
Right?
the ball.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be super cool.
That'd be very cool.
All right, got a new rack coming up.
Okay, it's scored unofficially 22-18.
All right.
Pretty closely matched.
One of the cool things about the mobile live stream rig that we have here is we can move this camera around to see Scott, making sure he's hydrated. We can see what's going on in other games. We can see kind of a big shot of the whole thing here, of all these people here at the World Championships.
I'd like to know how many Mick Ultras are being consumed during this round of play.
Right? So would I.
Pretty amazing. Catherine agrees. It's a pretty even match. The last round of play, they kind of split the points right in half.
Yep.
Comments? Jason, thanks for your comment about taking one away from Scott's score. We're trying to. We did. Oh, there was a dead ball. There was a dead ball in one of the racks. So, according to Jason, we're trying to figure out what's going on with that. Again, the scores we're reporting are unofficial scores. Just a reminder.
That is true. But it's pretty cool that we were able to keep this going and bring scores to you and have all this fun stuff. The live stream rig seems to be doing pretty good from our end. And we think we're getting good comments about it from people, from texting in and letting us know how it's going. So that's good. There are some components that we think that could probably be upgraded. We might be going to a standard live stream after this. Everything okay?
I think I found out what had happened here.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
So I think she might have hit the cue ball in along with the ball that she was hitting in.
Uh-huh.
So one of the balls was lost,
Okay,
right? So
Yeah.
she doesn't get a point for that
correct.
because she hit the cue ball.
Yep.
Does that correct things for you, Jason Schultz? We've got the score now at 22 17. Actually, the point was taken away from the opponent, not from Scott.
Nice job, Scott.
Nice, very nice,
That
very,
was
very nice.
Very nice.
Very controlled, taking his time. Nice soft touch.
There we go.
And there goes another one.
You know, Scott Lamoureux is one of the more inspiring players on the Memory Banks team. Scott is a former PGA professional. He played in PGA for a number of years. And he has this kind of like almost a Zen concept of competition. Everything's very positive. He's informative without being too critical. He helps the other players. And I think that Scott he's not the captain of the team, but he's definitely one of the glues on the Memory Banks.
He's a calming force. And if you think about it, putting and playing pool, there's probably some similarities.
I bet there are a lot of similarities to that,
Yeah.
especially in terms of how much power you use.
Power,
you know?
angle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
All
was
that
a
stuff.
good one.
Yeah, except a big difference, of course, is putting greens are not flat surfaces. Well,
Not all the time.
not
No.
all the
Yeah.
time, yes. There's no bumps in this pool table.
Especially at Scott's level. I don't think that many things were too flat.
Quick unofficial score update. We've got Scott at 28, his opponent at 18. Again, the goal is to get to 38. Opportunity there for Scott. See if he can clean the table. Nicely done, Scott. Nicely done.
Scott is great on the table. We love watching him play. And he calls a timeout. Philip Pontrelli comes over and confers with Scott Lamoureux right now.
Got Scott at 29. If he sinks this one, he'll be at 31. Again, the target is 38.
Wow. Wow. Very good lead because the 9 ball is right against the rail there.
She's got to hit this one at just the right angle for it to float into that corner pocket there.
Yep. That could be different. Now she's calling a timeout. Same ball. Each team is taking a timeout on the same ball here. It's one of the things that I think we can all appreciate about the players at this level, Helene, is they're not taking timeouts because they're unsure of how to make the shot. They know how to make the shot. A lot of times what they're trying to do is say, okay, I need to slow down here, and I need to say I need another set of eyes on this. And that's a level of humility that a lot of players, when they're starting out, don't quite understand.
Just lining things up now. Let's see how she does.
when it does not go in.
She didn't. I don't know if she left much of a shot for Scott either, though.
Well, that's correct. We will see what Scott Lamoureux does here.
He's going to work his magic and maybe figure out a way.
Yep. I've seen him do things before like this. Oh, so close, so close.
So close. So close.
Sorry, Scott.
Yet so far. She's got a shot there.
Yeah, she's got some distance to go on that. And she takes it in.
And she takes it in. That's
Yep.
2 for her. 2 for her. And we're standing at the opponent at 20, and Scott at 29. 29 to 20. So, still anyone's game.
That is very true.
We hope it's Scott's game, though.
We do, because we are from Memories Lounge. We're here for the Banks. Go Banks!
We hope he wins with interest.
the
The interest rates are high on this game.
Helene's
Low at the bank, but
bank
high.
puns coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Money, money, money.
Right?
I was in line at the Starbucks this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I snapped a picture of the back of a guy's shirt to 2 people ahead of me, and their name of their team was Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank.
I just saw somebody with that shirt when I went to go get my coffee. That's interesting. I was like, what an interesting name shirt. And it said this year. It said 2022 on it.
2022 Vegas, but you know what?
Right now at 8 o'clock also, I saw him on the bracket.
You saw them? Yeah? Yeah.
Yes. It would have been pretty funny if we were playing memory banks.
That would be
against
funny, yes.
Money in the Bank.
Right?
But you know what? It's too early to tell who's got the money in the bank.
Well, that's what I was thinking when I saw it earlier. I was like, is that really the shirt you want to wear?
They're awfully confident.
If you don't win,
Well, maybe
somebody
that's the
says.
I think that's the name of their team, Money in the Bank.
Well, they're here, so obviously they did well in the postseason. They made it through Tri Cups, and they made it through World Qualifiers, and they're here with everybody else, the top of the top, the best of APA pool teams for 9-ball in the United States, Canada, and Japan.
Okay, let's go back to play here.
Okay.
The table, it looks a little crowded.
She's got to cross the table for that one, and just sitting there in that corner pocket.
It looks pretty inviting.
Now the 2 is all the way across the table. Some traffic between the 1 and the 2, so she's got to figure out how to get that cue ball into the right position after she shoots the 1 to shoot the 2 in, and then
Kind of looks
going
like
from there.
75 during rush hour, don't you think?
a little bit.
All right, she's lining up.
I missed.
right, something happened there. Do you know what? There were 6 dead balls in that round. 6 dead balls.
We will have a new unofficial score for you in just a moment.
All right, the unofficial score right now is Scott still in the lead at 29, and his opponent is catching up to him at 24. She's breaking.
Okay, nothing went in. Scott is up now.
Again, the target is 38. 38 for both players.
38.
That's 1 for Scott. Brings him up to 30. Do a little countdown. And another point. Yes. Scott's at 31.
And 32.
Yes, he's in his groove. Go, Scott's go.
Oh. Did he make a point for that?
Correction, that one scratched.
Yep.
Scott stands at 31. His opponent stands at 29. 24. Sorry, 24 to 31.
Scott has 7 more balls to get in,
Unofficially.
unofficially. All right. 1 went in for her.
Shot from the opponent. She stands at 26. Make that 27. Well, she's got a little run going on here. Officially, the score is 31 to 28.
She did not get that in, so Scott Lamrose back up. And the 8 just hangs there.
Oh, it's this cliffhanger.
Oh,
Ah. Frustrating. Light little tap for her. Got it. Ah,
very good.
Okay,
So is it tied up now?
31-31.
Okay.
This is a tight match.
It's exciting.
Very exciting.
7 points for each player.
Props, in the spirit of sportsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
Props to her. That was a nice round for her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's the spirit of the team here, where we can be encouraging of our competitors here. They're not our enemies, they're our competitors.
Absolutely. It's all about the sport.
Yeah, it really is. I still want the Macs to win.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Nothing goes into the break.
Nice break for her, but a nice break, pun intended, for Scott.
That's right. Okay. Scott takes the lead.
Like I said, poise under pressure. That was a tough one.
True, but he's still in the lead.
Scott currently has 33 unofficially. That means 5 balls left. 5 balls left for Scott. All right, Scott, let's bring it on home. Sasha, we need some of your love sent Scott's way right now.
Come on, Sasha. Come on, Scott.
Tough one, tough one.
Scott knows how to make these shots. He knows how to do this. I have a lot of faith. I have all the faith in Scott.
That's it, Scott. Little refreshment, that'll do it. Kind of like Fritz's Gatorade.
Exactly like my Gatorade.
Mick Ultra, the Gatorade for pool players.
Right? And Scott's opponent just scratched on that one. Be ball in hand for Scott Lamoureux with the memory banks.
Yep. An update from Jason. He thinks we still might be off by a point, and he's not sure which direction it goes. We're showing the score at 33 to 31, but we're not sure. I'm sorry, correction, 33 to 33.
33-33. Mm-hmm.
But there might be a point that goes one way or the other. Apologies for any errors on our unofficial scorekeeping.
That's okay. I'm sure that the one thing that always tells me when the match is over between two competitors is when they shake hands and you can see one person has won and the other is conceded.
And someone frowny face and someone smiley face. That's a sure sign.
That is
everyone.
absolutely the sign there.
Hey, we got a smile out of Philip.
That's good. Here we go. And Scott takes that. Okay, good. There we go.
Another one for Scott.
Ooh. The tension around this table right now is palpable. Okay. Here we go.
We've got 35, 33, but like we said, we think we're off by a
My
A
point.
point.
Yeah. Oh.
so frustrating.
So now if it's 30, if Scott has 35, if he would get these other two balls in, then he would take the whole match, right? Because that would be 3 points to get to 38 if that's the score. Now she's taking the 8 in, so we're gonna have to re-rack one way or another. Okay, there it is.
We think it's 36-35, and that she may have taken the lead. 36-35. We'll need to verify that. If any of the MEMS players are at the table and could check the official score for us, that would be muchly appreciated.
And a little administrative stuff here. After Scott's match, we are going to change up the live stream rig. So what we're going to be doing is very briefly shutting this down and then coming right back up. Just FYI. So if you are at Memories Lounge watching this, you'll just have to hit play again. We shouldn't be down for more than a minute or so. But we will be finishing this out.
By the way, through our little community text chat, this team has 2 players ranked at level 7.
Wow,
Yeah, it's pretty high.
that's a lot.
I think the average on our team is in the 4s, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. We have 2 6s, and one of whom we're missing because he's sick in Sarasota.
Unfortunately, I think our opponent just won that match. I think the unofficial score is 38 to 35.
Oh, okay.
Pretty darn close, we think. We don't know officially. We'll get back to you with that information. An admirable game played by Scott.
Absolutely.
Give us the us-them one, though.
Then we'll get the us and them point translation, the magical mathematical translation.
Yep.
From Jason, hopefully
And as soon as that happens,
shortly. I think it'll be quite close though, because there wasn't a big gap between the point spread.
right,
Yeah.
that's very true.
Yep.
Looks like Chris Nielsen's coming up next.
This is in the house. In the house.
Yes. Be doing a more mobile aspect of that. And so we will be, as soon as we get the official here, we are going to take a timeout from the live stream and change it up a bit. Hopefully make it more exciting for everybody. And yeah, but we're gonna sit here until we kind of get as much information as we can on this.
Got this, baby.
I think right now what we're going to do is we're going to shut this down. We'll be right back. So don't leave us, but give us maybe a minute or two, and we will have this live stream right back up here on Facebook, on the Memories Lounge Facebook page. And there will be more of the 2022 APA World Pool Championships. There, lean in front of the camera. Okay, folks, we'll be right back. Just give us about 2 minutes and then reconnect. Thank you.